Hello YouTube, ZiggyNo back with Sports Cards Daily. Today is December 18th, and on this day in 1988, the Seattle Seahawks in the AFC West at the time win the first division record ever with 9-7. Thought that was a pretty interesting fact. I remember this a little bit because I think Chris Warren was the running back, and he actually played at the high school that I went to, so he's an alumni. So pretty cool story. Anyway, news and chatter. I'm going to give you a quick update and link to Christie's auction updates. Full disclosure on my Star Stock portfolio. I'm going to show you my portfolio, my buys and sells, what I've been doing and why I'm doing it, and give you some thoughts. I will be changing the portfolio after I share it, but I wanted you to at least see what I was doing going into this. And I'd love to hear your feedback and comments. Hobby Hotline, Saturday morning, 11 a.m. That's tomorrow morning, guys. I will be co-hosting on there, so you'll see me on there. Love to have you come by, ask questions, stop in if you are, watching the channel daily, listen, come by. I'd love to. If you're a content provider, come promote your channel, man. If you're doing something in the hobby, come talk about what you're doing. You got a question, whatever it is. Love to hear from you. Today in the hobby, High Roller Top 20 Vintage, Card Talk from Card Collector 2, Bench Clear should be dropping some more content. They had some really good content yesterday I'll be sharing with you. Top tips for Star Stock. I put together a video of kind of lessons learned and things that I love about Star Stock, but also need to see some changes to help make the portfolio, the platform better. Some suggestions for improvements, if you can look at it that way. Love Star Stock, by the way, because obviously I'm doing the challenge. I'll share that with you in a moment. Sports Card Talk with Sasha T yesterday. Opening Prism Mega Box. Vintage Market Shakeup. Adam Lefkoe interview. 3 ways to buy. The forecast. Star Stock to Glory and Card Collector Star Stock. 25K investment portfolios and Go GTS with VP of Sales from Upper Deck. Really good content, guys, to get into, so let's dive in. I'll drop the link for this below. What I want to bring the attention to is this isn't just cards, right? This is a jersey, a bat, right? This is some other memorabilia that's really gaining some value. I'm thinking to myself, do you think Panini buys this bat and then chops it up and sticks it into like a bunch of flawless? Or how I guess for $1.4 million, you ain't cutting that jersey up and sticking it in napkins. I mean, that would take up, woo-wee, right? Okay, now, I'm going to show you my Star Stock portfolio. Here we are, and I also want to kind of explain to you how the Star Stock Challenge works, right? They start you with $500, and you got to go out there and buy cards and sell them. And your total score is based on your portfolio. So here's my portfolio right now, $514.29. Here are the cards in that portfolio. I have one of each of these cards, right? 2 of these Cameron Johnsons. That's the only one I have doubles of right now. I have sold some of these, just bought some of these. I'm moving the portfolio around. Some of them, are based on some of the activity going on in the hobby. You don't see me with any Tuckers. I don't have any Talon Tuckers. Also, you combine with that, by the way, cash on hand. So my total score right now will be about a 595, 594. Okay. So just wanted to share that with you. Let me see if I can share. Okay, here you go. Here's a couple examples of some of the sales. So when I got into this, my first thought was just buy and sell to increase some profit. Small micro transactions. I see some of my competitors have done that, but on a bigger scale, right? I also have some fat meteor cards that I wanted to be a little slower on. The reddish, I'm really excited with that $10 turnaround on that. I'll also say every one of these cards that you see here probably has a YouTube channel content provider behind it that recommended or helped at least bring it to my attention. I'll put it that way. I might have bought because they said it, but at least brought to my attention. But here you can see all my sales transactions. Now, again, I probably will not do this again, depending on how things go. I mean, I want to win. If I'm winning, I'll be happy to brag and show you what I'm doing. But if I'm losing, probably going to seem to be a lot quieter as we move forward in the challenge, right? Okay, let me move on to some content from yesterday. Sports Card Talk with one of my co-challengers, Sasha T. Great collaboration. Love listening to this. Love the insights. Love seeing how these guys have changed their position on certain things. And again, these guys I've been following boys probably since the spring. And the 3 guys have had great insights. These are real card, I'd say collector, flippers, dealers, investors. They're very smart, very wise. I love what they're doing out in California. Big fan of the show, so really enjoyed it. Next up, I'm share with you, this is from Collecting on a Budget. Let's hope that this works for me here.
Let's see what we can do for our mem card.
I show this because this is why retail is so valuable.
Silver. Oh, the Chargers. Rookie. Helmet. Oh, damn. Yo.
So right there, he just pulled a card that's probably, I don't know, $700 to $1,000 card out of a retail pack. That is why people stand in line for retail. And just to bring you in perspective, it's December 2020. I've been chasing retail for years, man, and I can get lots of people who can back me up on this. I'm not just making these stories up. But back in the day when I chased retail in 17, for example, the big deal was catching like a Tatum or Alonzo Ball silver out of a blaster, and that was $100 hit, and that was big. And that was one of the only products you could do it, and there were very few products in the hobby where you could pull $100 bill out of it, and that was the chase, man. Today, the chase is hundreds of dollars coming out of these retail, and that is what is different. Will it sustain? I don't know. I mean, I'll put it this way. This car right now is selling for more than a raw silver Zion is, I think. I think a raw silver Zion's like around 700, 800? I don't know. I have to look at that again. But it's just amazing. Okay, Slab Stocks. Great video here from Nate. He talks about the impact of the Negro League stats on players and their vintage cards. I'm not a vintage collector, but I love this insight. I thought it was a really good video. So if you are a vintage baseball guy, definitely check this out. Give them a check out. Missed this the other day, but this is 90s ball cards. Did a great interview with Adam Lefkoe, 2-hour interview. Really good conversation. I love listening to these stories. I love getting the insight. What's really interesting is listening to Adam, who I listened to over again in the spring when he first came on, and now he's like some weathered veteran who's talked about the cards he's dipped and the lessons he's learned and stuff. Like he's come through a storm. But it is cool to listen to. I will say it's the same group on these on that I hear on when I listen to Adam Lefkoe and the same people are talked about over and over, which I hope they expand their listening and listen to other groups, i.e. like Bench Clear and Slab Stocks and other contributors of the hobby. So I just feel like there's a bubble right there that is kind of a, I don't know, isolating bubble. Next up, Vegas Finds. Great video here. He talks about 3 ways or 3 things to get in the hobby. Star Stock platform. He talks about Otis, which is another fractional ownership platform. And there's Dibs that's coming out. So to me, there's too many fractional ownership platforms. I'll just say that. There's 4 now that I can think of. On one hand, 4. Maybe 5 or 6. Too many. That's my opinion. I'm sure they're great. And what was the other thing he talked about? Oh, those digital snapshots from the NBA. Interesting, and they probably will have a lot of value. Just doesn't interest me. I really like cards. My focus. I guess I don't spread my butter too thin. I like to keep it pretty focused. So I like sports cards. But great video. I love the insights. Next up, the forecast. Love these new forecasts where I forget the lady's name. Oh, I should remember this and write a note. But she goes over different cards and what's going on in the market, and then Jeff comes in and tells you whether you buy, sell, or hold. And I'd say I kind of agree with him on some of them. He talks about some of the guys that have been kind of hot in the internet in the hobby right now. But I love this kind of dual, information and then recommendation on what to do in the hobby. Next up, great video here from Trike415 Sports Cards. He talks about he opened up a Star Stock account and he's put $100 in and he's going to build that up and he wants to buy something over the channel. I think this is a great idea. In fact, I think people should contribute to this because I'd love to see him get up to $500 and manage a fund of $500 and compete against the Star Stock contestants, right? See if he can't beat the contestants with $500 portfolio. And I encourage other people too. If you can, I know $500 is a lot of money really you kind of pull aside, but if you can, put together an account $500 or $100. Make it a 20th% of whatever it is. But let's go after and see if you can't beat the people in the Star Stock Challenge. I'd love, like I said, it'd be cool. Here's even a better idea. Star Stock should make it so people could set up a team. Like instead of a fantasy league, you should be able to set up a basketball league in the beginning of the league where everybody puts in a $250 into an account. Star Stock manages the account, and you buy and sell cards and build your account up. That is such a great idea. Is anybody listening to me? Hello? Anybody listening? That's a great idea. I'll let Scott know tomorrow. He's going to be on Sports Card Nation tonight. That's Friday night, and he'll be on Jeremy's show on Saturday night. So I'm definitely going to let him know about that. Remind me about that idea too, guys. Okay, Star Stock Challenge here. This is from Card Collector. Really like this. He's been doing this little thing for a long time on this. Love his insights. Big fan of his channel. If you haven't already, go over there and give him a sub. I just can't wait to see him break 1,000 subscribers here in the new year. Next video up, Bench Clear. Always putting out some great content. I was on these guys' show on Sunday night. Was it last Sunday? And just love this content. I think they kind of hinted to this coming out. So they each get $25,000 of imaginary money. I believe it's imaginary. And they have to build a $25,000 sports card portfolio. And they're going to track that over this next 6 months. And I'll say that's damn cool. Really cool. Now, 25 grand is a damn big portfolio to put together. That's why I was thinking before, if you can match the 500 or build a 100 on Star Stock, that's pretty cool as well. So, and even better, again, if Star Stock could manage that for everybody, you could have like little competitive fantasy football games. You can have a prize. Maybe the winner gets all the accounts divided up by the top 3 winners. That'd be freaking awesome. Okay, I'm talking too fast. Let me go on to the next one. Last video of the night, and maybe one of the best videos, is Go GTS Live with Mike Phillips from Sales and Marketing at Upper Deck. And as I was watching this video, I thought to myself, I hope Jeremy watches this video. I hope Jeremy gets this guy on his show, because I want to buy more Upper Deck products. I mean that. Like, I'll be honest, when I got in the hobby back in the day, I was buying a little bit of everything, but I very much focused on basketball and football. And in the last year, I've definitely moved more of my budget towards tops. I mean, I know that. I've looked at what I've spent money on. It's still spent a lot of money on basketball and through Panini on basketball and football, but a ton more money of my budget has gone to tops. And some of it this year started going to Upper Deck with Series 1. So I will tell you, just listen to this interview and listen to the quality of the sales leadership here and the marketing. I like Upper Deck. I like what these guys are doing, and I wish there was competition in the market. I really do. I worry about that. That's my biggest fear of the market, guys, is the lack of competition is going to. What if Panini decides to buy Upper Deck and Tops and there's one provider doing all the cards? Do you feel good about that? I don't. We need competition. Okay, I'm gonna get off my sandbox, milk box, box cart, whatever the hell it is. Hey, have a great day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. If you haven't already, please subscribe, leave comments, and see you tomorrow. And check me out on Hobby Hotline as well.